Bluff City Media presents the Two Buck Sports Show with your hosts, Rusty Buckets and Uncle Buck. Now, let's get to the show.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to your finally Friday edition of the Two Buck Sports Show. I'm your co-host, Rusty Buckets, coming to you live on this Maroon Friday as we get ready for college football season right around the corner. I got my guy, Drew Gann, coming in out of the heat, out of the humidity there in North Mississippi to hang out. We got Wayno already in the comments. Jared has got an event he's speaking at, so good luck in that, buddy. We'll see you this afternoon. Uncle Buck, welcome to the show, sir. How are you?
What up? It's a good Friday here in North Mississippi. I have decided what is going. There we go. Looking like Gomer Pyle over here. My hat being all crooked. Everything's good here in North Mississippi on this Friday. I've decided that I'm going to just try to take it as easy as possible today and work inside for a change and kind of ease my way into the weekend. How you doing, Buckets?
I am good, man. It is Friday. Even though I'm not working, it's still nice to have that Friday. It's been a busy week of real estate classes and school and learning. But today is one of my favorite days of the year, I guess. It comes around pretty regularly. But, Drew, there is nothing better than haircut day falling on a Friday. I like nothing like a haircut to make you feel sharp heading into the weekend. I'm going as soon as the show is over. Got an appointment at 12:30. So right after the show, grab a bite to eat, go get my hairs cut. And there are a few things that make you feel better than a haircut on a Friday heading into the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, your barber probably shouldn't take too long either to get all four of them cut.
That's
it. Trimmed up, shaped back. You spend more time on the beard than you do the hair these days.
I do.
So.
That's absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. But every Friday, we've got our newest segment that we drop on Fridays. It's called the Bucks Big Three. Won't waste any more time.
That's right, Buckets. It is Friday. It's the first segment on our Friday edition of the Two Buck Sports Show. That means that we are doing our Bucks Big Three. This can take the shape of a couple different directions. It could go any way we want. But we've liked what we're doing here in the offseason so far, where we have a list of things, and we just pick our favorite Big Three out of the list. Well, Rusty, you just tell them what today is, because I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, so today we are picking fast food chain. So we got a lot of options here to pick from. I want to know yours in the comments. Pick along with us. Give us your top 3 go-to fast food restaurants as Uncle Buck and I take time to draft them here. He went first last week and took the curly fries first overall on our fry debate. So I'm up first today. And there is a clear one of one on this. There's a lot of great options. A lot of things got me through college and high school on this list. And I don't partake in fast food as much as I once did. There's a couple on here that have gotten a significant amount of my dollars over the years. And the first one to me that pops to mind and stands out on this list is Chick-fil-A. It's truly the one of one. Best chicken, good fries, good variety. I thought about getting it today on this Friday around my haircut, but Chick-fil-A to me is a true one of one.
That's true. I mean, it was the first one that jumps out to me. It's just always solid. And you would have held on to this Big Three until you had the first choice. So you could have gotten Chick-fil-A. So you're scheming this
out in the random order.
You're scheming this in great order. So I've got the second and third picks of this draft here. And there is kind of a tier break here after Chick-fil-A. But I feel like we've got pretty much everything covered here. So, as we've talked about ad nauseum on our shows before, my favorite food is pizza. My favorite, if I only had to eat one food the rest of my life, it would be pizza. And when it comes to pizza, no one out pizzas the Hut. So, whereas I don't really know that we call Pizza Hut fast food, it is my next favorite pick on this menu here. I do.
That's
love
solid. I miss the pizza buffet they used to have there in Corinth. I would really just set up shop at that, man. And to me, there's nothing better than thin crust pizza, and thin crust at Pizza Hut is top tier.
Yeah, Pizza Hut just does everything better, in my opinion. Everybody got cute for a little bit. I remember when Corinth got a Domino's, and everybody was like, "Oh, Domino's, thank goodness!" And the Pizza Hut then went out of business. And then as soon as it went out of business, everybody's like, "Man, I miss Pizza Hut." And wouldn't you know it, back from the ashes comes the Pizza Hut in Corinth, Mississippi. So yeah, I love Pizza Hut. My next one is man, it's just like I said, it's just finding the one that I like the most, or eat the most regularly. And so I'm actually going to think breakfast this time around. And so I'm going to go McDonald's. I know McDonald's gets a bad rap and everybody wants to hate on them. They do have a really good breakfast. The sausage and egg McMuffin is quite possibly the best breakfast sandwich you can find at any fast food restaurant. So yeah, I'll go with McDonald's on this one.
That's strong. My brother and I were actually talking about that yesterday. We were talking about like what are the best fast food breakfasts, and Chick-fil-A and McDonald's are like right there.
Yep.
It just depends on which one. McDonald's been doing it longer, so they've got a run on it. Their coffee's actually good. I like the McGriddles, pretty good. There's a story one time when we were in high school, a bunch of us were camping out, playing cards one night. And me and Skylar Cannon and a couple of the guys stole the bag of everybody's money, all the coins that we had. We went to McDonald's and I set this bag of coins up on the window and was like, I'll take all the sausage McGriddles I can get for this. And she was like, what if I just give you like 20? And I was like, perfect. Sounds good. So she didn't count the money. She just gave me 20 McGriddles and we left. It was amazing.
That's awesome. So yeah, McDonald's gets a bad rap too. People are too hard on McDonald's. They become a whipping boy for like fat Americans. And is it all processed food? Yes. But do they have a good breakfast sandwich and nuggets and fries? Yes. And if you ever want to get a soft drink, a McDonald's Coke is like the best fountain drink you can get.
Top tier. All right. So I got my last two. There's some good pizza on here. I like Papa John's a bit better. I like their sauce a bit better than pizza, but that's not what I'm going. I am going to go to
lowest tier.
Diverse, probably one of the most diverse places in all of the world. Because in one car, you're going to have the starving college kid that's down to his last couple of dollars. And the next car, you're going to have somebody just getting off the night shift. They're exhausted and they're ready to go home, but they need something to eat.
I know where you're going.
And the next car is going to be one of the most rich people in your city in a Maserati sitting in line, because it doesn't diversify. Because when you're craving some cheap Mexican food, Taco Bell is hard to beat. Taco Bell got me through college, got me through high school. When I worked at the skating rink in Corinth, I would get off at like 11 o'clock at night. Nothing else would be open but Taco Bell. I went there one night and they were out of beef. I ordered a couple of tacos, like, sorry, so we're out of beef. And I was like, you realize that's like McDonald's running out of beef patties. She was like, look, I just work here. I don't know. So I had to get a chicken quesadilla, which is fine. But Taco Bell is on a tier of itself for cheap food. They don't beat around the bush. It's meat filler. It's only about 8% actual meat, but Taco Bell is when you're hungry.
It's all tendons and toes there at all these places. Taco Bell's fine. My kids love it. If it were up to me, I don't think I'd ever eat Taco Bell. I just never crave it. I never feel satisfied afterwards. It's just never been like elite to me. So by all means, you take it.
When I was like 8 or 9 too, I cut my mouth on some metal that was on a Mexican pizza at the one there in Corinth. And Jen Little came down and we were all like, he was all worried about his work because your mouth bleeds forever. So he gave us a card. And for like the next year, we got free Taco Bell. So we ate Taco Bell like 3 or 4 nights a week growing up because it was free. And so we just run through Taco Bell after ball practice and stuff. And I was glad to take one for the team there.
Worth it. Absolutely worth it.
All right. I got one more pick.
That's right.
And then we'll give an honorable mention after my last pick. What better way to combine fast food than if you can get dessert and fast food at the same place? And I ain't even got to get out of the car. I can pull right up. I'm impressed when the car ups come out on roller skates and they don't spill my drink or milkshake or fries everywhere. But like they used to have like a 5 for Tuesday on Tuesday nights. You get 5 Sonic hamburgers for $5. When my granddad was still alive, we used to go there all the time. He loved their country fried steak sandwich. Of all the friggin' things, he loved their country fried steak sandwich. I was more of like a chili cheese coney guy growing up.
Yeah.
But Sonic hits, especially the summertime. Sonic Happy Hour. You get like drinks for super cheap. They have a really good, like McDonald's has good soft drinks. Sonic has really good soft drinks.
Yeah.
Sonic is my third and final pick.
Sonic is probably our most frequented one, but the problem with Sonic is it is expensive. Sonic and
It
Subway.
has gotten freaking expensive.
Like,
yes.
my goodness. Like, if you don't go at happy hour, you know, the drinks, they market the drinks as affordable, and that's fine. You know, that's true. You get half price drinks if you order on the app or whatever. But you go get a meal, you're going to pay $12 for a cheeseburger combo. Like, it's expensive.
Yeah. It used to be cheap, but it ain't that no more.
All right. So I've got one pick, and I've got a couple of different thoughts here. But I'm going to go with the one that I probably kept in business when I was in college. And it's because there's one on campus at Mississippi State, and it's Moe's.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Moe's
Southwestern Grill. I always feel greeted when I come in because they all yell, "Welcome to Moe's." And I get my little burrito bowl, and I can make it how I love Moe's. I love any place that I can just they make it in front of me. Top tier.
Far superior to Chipotle, in my opinion. I love the whole experience. I love Moe's food. You're absolutely right. Like when I would tell my PT clinics, I want a Moe's atmosphere in here. When people walk in, it's welcome to Moe's. It makes you feel good. Their chips are good. Not quality, but it's good. And I do prefer Moe's to Chipotle for sure.
Yeah, I'm a big Moe's guy. Or Salsaritas, even if you can find a Salsaritas.
Give me an honorable mention. What's one honorable mention off here?
So the one I almost went with was Wendy's. I do love Wendy's. You got the Frosties, which are elite. And you're talking about bang for your buck. You get the $4, the 4 for $4, the $5 biggie bag where you can get a burger and a drink and chicken nuggets and fries for $5. Like,
come on. I
have wheeled the kids through a Wendy's at the end of the month on several occasions because you can feed the whole family for like $20.
Wendy's is hard to beat. For me, in West Point, the halfway point, there's a gas station Popeyes combo. Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich is elite. I know the one in Corinth didn't make it. It fell apart. But when I'm craving fried chicken, especially spicier fried chicken, I go with Popeyes. The real challenge is, can you eat 2 Popeyes biscuits without something to drink?
No.
Like that's a suicide wish right there. But Popeyes is elite, man. I like Popeyes. It's hard. It's good fried chicken. It's not like quality. Oh my God, best fried chicken ever.
Are you going to get what you ordered? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
Nobody knows. But
are you going to see a fist fight? Probably.
Yeah. Used to you get a spicy chicken sandwich with their spicy fries, and it was the perfect combination for me. It was so good. But let us know in the comments. If you're here, let us know now live. After the fact, let us know. What is your big 3 from that list? What are your 3 go-to fast food restaurants? But before we get into the sports talk, the buffoonery is over. Let's talk Ounce of Hope. We've got an event coming up with Ounce of Hope on August the 16th at 1 p.m. called Chokin' and Token. Come hang out with us starting at 1 p.m. You get to see guys folded like cheap suits, enjoy some Ounce of Hope products, kind of see what it's all about. It's going to be an awesome event, August the 16th at 1 p.m. In the meantime, scan that QR code, go to ounceofhope.com. Use the code BluffCity for 15% off your first order. I've got my gummies sitting right here. They get me through my study days. They've been phenomenal, helping me to focus and sit still and pay attention, and something I hadn't done in a long time because I've been out of school for at least 12 years, a little over now. But shout out to Ounce of Hope for getting me through the day. Scan that QR code. Again, use that code BluffCity for 15% off your first order. And we'll get into sports on the other side.
Chokin' and Token, the Mid-South's first cannabis-themed jiu-jitsu tournament.
August 16th at Midtown Krav Maga and Jiu-Jitsu.
At 1 p.m. 21 plus to compete or consume.
Consumption not required.
Ounce of Hope is licensed by the state of Tennessee. This is all 100% legal hemp products. Everything's good to go.
We'll have gi divisions.
No gi divisions.
Madison bracket, guaranteeing 4 matches per division, plus an absolute winner.
Each fighter receives an Ounce of Hope gift bag, and there's prizes for every winner.
Check out the link below to sign up.
Well, maybe the biggest news of the day is that another conspiracy that I've been sitting on that I had engaged a couple people in is where is Cedric Coward? Why is he not around? Like, why what are they hiding?
Yeah.
Like, if you're in the summer league, if you're out there in Vegas, the amenities that are available to you aren't available like they would be if you stayed your ass at home.
But Anthony, he's hurt, man. Like,
breaking news, he's hurt. Yes,
right.
He is.
Anthony,
he's
Zach Kleiman once again. He got fooled, Anthony.
He
drafted a broke dude.
He did. The guy, he's hurt. Like, he's rehabbing right now. He's getting his shit together. So, but it was insanely fun at Kenneth Stubblefield, and the reason why is because his troll level is elite. Of course, he had the Michael Jordan T-shirt on in the interview with Mike Wallace. That dude is funny, bro. Like, I think if he's anywhere close to being good, I think he's going to be a beloved player.
Check out the Anthony Sane Show live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. only on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
Welcome back. It's the $2 Sports Show. As my co-host is still muted over there. We talked about this coming in about this morning about making sure we unmute or mute because we don't trust it, and here we are not trusting it, and it bites.
Hey,
but huh?
I was just saying, it's Friday. We're letting it all hang out.
It is, man. This is what you get what you pay for with the show. It is what it is. But Drew's been a wild week of transactions. On Wednesday, right as we were going off air, literally within about 20 minutes, the Bradley Beal buyout and then signing with the Clippers was dropped by one Shams. I should hit the bumper video, but I'm not going to subject y'all to Owen Wilson on a Friday. But Brad Beal is now a Los Angeles Clipper. He was bought out, going to get paid $200 million over the course of the next 5 or $100 million over the next 5 years. It's stupid. I forgot what the exact buyout was, but he's going to get paid a ton of money by the Suns to not play for the Suns, and then went on a vet minimum deal to the Clippers. Drew, what's your gut reaction? Does this help the Clippers? What are your thoughts here?
Well, I mean, I think it raises the ceiling of the Clippers. It gives them another option, an albeit oft injured option. But I mean, if you've got your superstars, that particular Kawhi Leonard, who struggles with being injured, more help probably wouldn't be the worst thing. What's the worst that could happen? Them all get injured, you know. You're just kind of providing a little bit of insurance at worst, and you got him at what, $5.5 million a year. It's arguably the best contract in basketball now. I mean, Bradley Beal as a punching bag, you know, he spent, you know, I don't know, a decade at Washington putting up a bunch of points, a bunch of stats to no winning records, and then goes to Phoenix, and he's just become the whipping boy of the NBA. I mean, his Q rating's never been lower, you know, because of that no trade clause and all that. So I think him getting bought out is the best thing for Phoenix and Bradley Beal. And landing on this Clippers team for an $11 million 2-year contract, it's a no-brainer. He's going to outperform that contract. I can tell you that for sure.
Well, especially as his agent says, the Clippers let Bradley Beal be Bradley Beal. Otherwise, you're going to have another situation just like the Suns where it was ugly. It was an ugly breakup. I mean, when your agent is saying that you're a bit of a toxic guy, like I feel like there's no ducking those charges. It feels like he's going to carry some of that toxicity with him. But if he can figure out his lane, and the biggest thing with this team is, can they stay healthy, right? Kawhi Leonard has not proven that he can stay healthy. Bradley Beal has not been as oft injured, but he's older. James Harden has been in and out of the lineups, but as a playoff, you talk about guys who are playoff fallers, that's James Harden. This team might be really regular season good. I just don't know what it's going to do for them in the playoffs because Beal has literally no playoff experience. James Harden falls apart, and who knows if Kawhi Leonard will actually be healthy. But on paper and in theory, this Clippers team is good.
Bradley Beal did make it to the playoffs one season with the Phoenix Suns, and they got swept in the first round. So
That's what I'm saying.
let's not say no playoff experience.
I mean, literally 4 games.
Yeah, I'm always a little bit higher on the guys that's got a proven track record of being good players. Even we talked about Paul George. Do I expect Paul George to be amazing? No. But do I expect Paul George, if staying healthy, to be a contributor on possibly a good team? Yes. I think the same thing about Bradley Beal. If you can stay healthy, the big negatives to both of those players were the contracts that they were given. So are they bang for your buck on the current deal? No. But Bradley Beal on a 2-year, $11 million contract, sign me up.
Yeah, because those two guys you talk about, like Bradley Beal and Paul George, are like your prototypical build up. Like if you create a player on NBA 2K, it's those guys, right? Because Paul George has got the size and the shot. You got Bradley Beal who can play 2 or 3. That's got a beautiful shot, and like you said, was a bucket getter in Washington on some bad teams. But what is that going to translate to for the Clippers? Like you said, anything like basically above a pulse is going to be a win for the Clippers because he's so cheap. The Suns, on the other hand, continue to make baffling decisions, and it's ugly. But another deal that dropped this week, we got Damian Lillard is heading home. Dropped yesterday that of all the rumors circulating around, going to Boston, going to Golden State, going down to Miami. Where is Dame Lillard going to go? He literally is going back home. Who says you can't go home? Not Damian Lillard, signing a deal to rehab for a year with the Trailblazers. Andrew joins a team that, again, on the Daily Grind last week, I kind of took the over on their wins at 33.5. I like what Portland's doing, and this is not a move for this year. It's a move for the next. But Damian Lillard is going home back to Portland.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of it. I like that it feels like a move that was made with your heart, not necessarily your head. You've got so many great memories of Damian Lillard in Portland that it just kind of makes sense. It makes sense because how many teams are going to be willing to sign him and let him just rehab for a year? It seems like nobody wants to tie themselves to Damian Lillard through a rehab season. Let's just kind of let him make his money from Milwaukee for a season and then see how he looks in the offseason. But Portland, because of all of the years of, the relationship there and the superstardom that he had for that franchise, they'll deal with it. And worst case scenario is, he's a good locker room guy who's finally happy again playing basketball because he was not happy in Milwaukee. It just never worked out. It never felt like they got their feet underneath them. And he is allowed to go back home, be close to his family again, and just kind of reset. Take a year to rehab, be a good locker room guy, be a good influence on Shaedon Sharpe and Scoot Henderson and all the guards that they've got there, and then try to be a really good player for them next year.
Yeah, and that's it. And he can be a really good player for him. He can help be that mentor in the short term. He knows what it's like to be in Portland. That's a team and an organization he's familiar with. So for Dame, I think it's a good decision. He's going back. He'll be he's 37, I think. 36, somewhere right in there. Like he's mid-30. Yeah, I think he's in his mid-30s, 35, 36. You go back to an organization you're familiar with, you get surrounded by a young core that you can kind of help elevate and be the adult in the room, be that leader that they're looking for. Help with some of these guys develop, like Scoot, like continue and develop Denny Avdia. See what's going to come out of these post players. You've got a lot of guys in that post that can play fairly well. Klingon was good last year defensively, especially on the glass. Can Yang Hansen turn into something? Because that dude, there's a lot of raw, untapped potential there, as athletic and as he is. But I think it's a good move for Damian Lillard. Again, it's a heart move for Portland, but I think it's a smart move by Damian Lillard to go back home.
Yeah, I think the reason why Damian Lillard is back in Portland, as far as Damian Lillard is concerned, is because it's comfort. It's home. It's so much more to do with off the basketball court stuff with
Mhm.
Damian Lillard. And as a guy with kids, like, yeah, you just got to do what's best for them sometimes, and it's not
Yeah.
always about making the most money. Because I mean, he signed a 3-year, $48 million deal. Is that right? $42 million deal, making $14 million a year, which is not much, for
No.
what he could have demanded elsewhere. I would think.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely got a hometown deal by him going back to Portland. Last bit of NBA news we'll talk about today. There are some rumors after, we crapped on the Warriors, or I did this morning on the Daily Grind. It's looking like they're starting to try and figure out a center situation. Al Horford's out there kind of in the wings. Is he going to sign? You are convinced he's going to, and he might. There's also some rumors linking them to Jonathan Isaac of the Orlando Magic. Again, a guy who, like, in theory is a great basketball player. He's a great rim protector. He's very athletic, but he just can't stay healthy. And when he's not, if you're just banking on a center that's not going to play 60% of the time because of a bad foot, bad knees, bad hips, Isaac's had all of it. Drew, is Jonathan Isaac the answer for what Golden State's missing in the post?
No, he's not. But
He's not.
if you can, him and Horford, I mean, Horford at 39 years old is relatively always healthy, can play you as many games as you want to play. So if you have both of them and then have like a lottery ticket in Jonathan Isaac that maybe he's figured out how to not have knee and leg problems, then the theory of Jonathan Isaac is amazing. The theory of Jonathan Isaac is Jaren Jackson Jr., but we've just never seen it. So sure, if you have the opportunity to hold that lottery ticket, like, why not? I definitely would not pencil him in as your starter and bank on him to play 65 games.
Yeah. I mean, again, prototypical, you draw up a big, he's athletic, he's a rim protector, he's super long, but he cannot stay on the court. And a player's best ability is availability, as we know all too well here in Memphis. But hey, Drew, we are coming into our sweet spot, one of our favorite times of the year. We talked about it on Wednesday. SEC Media Days is wrapping up. Today is the fourth and final day as they're wrapping up their talks in Birmingham and new rules and whatnot. I don't know that I've ever related to an SEC player more than Caden Proctor yesterday. During the Alabama interview, they were asking him, there's a rumor that's circulating that he has 170 different bottles of cologne. And when asked about it, he said, yeah. He said, because as a big guy, you cannot stink. And as a big guy in the South who has a mild complex because my middle school nickname was Musty, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate a guy who likes to smell good and not smell like a big guy in the South. But 170 bottles of cologne, Drew, like, to me, my biggest takeaway from SEC Media Days is that dude has a problem when it comes to cologne.
He definitely takes it way too far. So I'm in agreement. If you're a big dude, it's really easy to stink here. Musty does know better than me because he's a big dude. SEC Media Days, one of the things that I thought was cool is it was announced that there will be a Netflix series based on the SEC football season this year. Awesome. I'm sure it's going to come out after the end season. You've seen this a lot with the F1 documentary, the Formula One, that really hit it big. Then they spun that off onto golf. I watched the tennis one time. They've done, the Court of Gold. They did the quarterback and receiver. And so now they're going to do one for SEC football. First thoughts is that's awesome. I can't wait for that. But to draw your interest away from it just a minute, there were teams that were opted out of it.
I'm sure.
You think of this like Hard Knocks. Like, you never have good teams that want to participate in it. It's just always the bad teams that need the people talking about it. So Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Ole Miss all opted out because we are the elites, and you guys can. We're not going to give you nobody's the opportunity to learn from us. And give you
what it is.
Advantage.
Lane Kiffin is an absolute distraction and a sideshow, and it would just all be about Lane Kiffin, 0% about Ole Miss.
I'll tell you what,
all that is.
If given the opportunity to center a series around one program, Ole Miss has got a good argument because of Lane Kiffin. The dude is cinema. He is
That feels
absolutely
like an AD decision that when Netflix called, they were like, hell no.
Oh,
Just
no.
don't want Lane Kiffin on there.
They push Lane Kiffin as hard as any single person, place, or thing associated with the University of Mississippi. That dude is electric.
I mean, he's something. He's a Twitter troll to the nth degree. Still trolls
Listen,
Hugh
you
Freeze
can't
all the
sit
time.
here and not enjoy the continual prodding of Hugh Freeze that he does.
I love it, especially as a Hugh Freeze hater. I'm here for it. Like, it's incredible. He's on his boat fishing in the Gulf of Mexico and posting videos and calling out Hugh Freeze. It's amazing. It's amazing. But other thing that came out, speaking of Missouri, Eli Drinkowitz decided that it'd be a good idea to pitch the idea of a 30-team playoff. You do get play-in, like you do away with a lot of this conference mess, and it would just be your best 30 teams. Drew, 64 or 60, whatever is working for basketball. I think 30 might be a little bit much for college football. What do you think?
Well, you can always rely on Eli Drinkowitz. I mean, he is not going to listen to other people's opinion. He is going to form his own thoughts. And most of the time, they're going to be just preposterous. 30-team playoff is preposterous. The only little detail to that story that I could get behind was that it does away with the college football playoff selection committee. Like, they don't typically do that great of a job, in my opinion. So, yeah, the one way to bypass a committee is just to put every single team in Division I with a winning record into a playoff and let them figure it out themselves. So, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
if you're going to do 30,
proposal,
why not?
Just do them
64.
all.
Yeah,
I mean, that's it. Drinkwood's proposal includes automatic bids and play-in games, much like the NCAA tournament. I like the guy. He's goofy as all. He's one of the most corny dudes, but this is a bit out there.
He was going to be Ole Miss's coach if Lane Kiffin didn't work out. That was reported. That's what Keith Carter said, that it was pretty much down to Lane and Eli Drinkwitz, who was the coach at Appalachian State. And Ole Miss and Missouri's and Arkansas's jobs were all open at the same time. And so Arkansas got the third pick with Sam Pittman. So,
sorry, Jared.
Yeah.
I know you're not watching now. You're going to watch it later.
Yes,
sorry,
sir.
Man, catching strays while you're out there talking about high school football. You're still catching strays. But last sports topic before we start wrapping up the show, TJ Watt signed $123 million deal. His brother across 12 years made $127.5 million total. And TJ Watt has signed a 3-year, $123 million deal with the Steelers as they go all in on their pass rushing specialist. Drew, we're getting close to football.
That's NBA money.
Close to camp. That's NBA money. He is the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL.
Get it out, Rusty.
It'll get there here in a minute. It's what I get for making fun of other dudes talking on the NBA TV. But he is the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. And Drew, I think TJ Watt is worth all those pennies.
I mean, sure. Who else is Pittsburgh paying at this point? They don't have a quarterback. They traded George Pickens. I mean, and if the Steelers don't have a star defender, then they're not even the Steelers. So yeah, they took care of TJ Watt, paying him $40 million a year. That's great. They're going to be 8-8 again, and starting Mason Rudolph or somebody.
Throwing the ball to your boy DK Metcalf is a Steeler now.
They do have I forgot about DK Metcalf. Who's going to play quarterback for them? Mason Rudolph?
Justin
He's
Fields.
Back, right?
Yeah,
no, he's the Jet.
That's right. He went to the Jets.
Yeah.
So it was Mason Rudolph.
No, it's Aaron freaking Rodgers. How did we forget
it was
the
late well, because he just finally signed. It's Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback, throwing a DK. I don't know that that's a whole lot better because he's going to be old and high the entire time. So they're still going to be 8. That's Mike Tomlin's MO. He's the new Jeff Fisher. He's just 8-8 every single year.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, they'll exceed that. But, Mike Tomlin has not had a losing record like ever, I don't think. Which is crazy because they did have some seasons where Mason Rudolph got hit in the head by his own helmet, and still somehow took their team to a 500 record.
Yeah. Last football topic here. Drew, 4 of the last 5 Super Bowl winners have been projected by the colors of the Super Bowl logo. They've had red and green. So you've had the Chiefs and Eagles. You've had the Chiefs and Bengals when it was red and orange. So this is next year's Super Bowl logo, Drew. It's got a little bit of light blue, got some green and yellow, red and pink. To me, my first thoughts here is a Detroit and Baltimore Super Bowl. That's the first two that jump out to me because you got that Lions blue up there at the top for the sky. The trees are purple along the bridge. I think what I'm seeing here, and then if you look on the Lombardi Trophy, it's the purple and blue are reflected there. I'm going Lions, Ravens. Who's jumping out to you here to go to the Super Bowl next year?
Well, my first opinion is are they adding a lingerie football league here? Because that's a lot of pink. It's a lot of pink. That's not purple. So your Ravens pick is bunk. If you're asking me,
it's magenta, which is closer to purple.
It's pink.
I know what in the Barbie Corvette is going on with that logo?
I mean, this is going to buck the trend here. The first colors, obviously you've got the green and yellow together, which makes me think Green Bay. And then the blue, to me, did not scream Detroit as much as it screamed the Los Angeles Chargers. So Chargers Packers is what, if I'm basing it just on the colors, because as you see on the right side of the X there, that is yellow and green together. That is that's as true Green Bay as you can find.
Well, we got King Meeks coming in here saying we've got some red and gold together, I guess. Red and yellow there at the bottom of the bridge where the trees kind of fade in. And then is that Buffalo Bill blue? You got blue and red on there for the Bills. I don't know. King Meeks is calling out Niners Bills. I'm saying Lions Ravens. Drew has got Packers Chargers. Guaranteed none of us to be right. But
I tell you what, but the colors, it could indicate like a Margaritaville themed halftime show. I can see some a Jimmy Buffett tribute band, maybe some Mike McAnally from North Mississippi playing the halftime show. Bet I can get pretty steep odds on that.
I'm sure. I don't know that any of our projections, including the halftime entertainment, are going to come through. Oh, man. So as we start wrapping up, just a reminder, we do have our mailbag. I got our email here, got our social media handles here. Please let us know if you got topics you want us to discuss, you got things you want to talk about. Let us know. Shoot us some emails. We got plenty of life advice that we can give. We're not guaranteeing that it's going to be good because you always get what you pay for here, but it's going to be something. Let's just put it that way. So, Drew, as we wrap up this show, what do y'all got going on this weekend? Anything fun?
I hope not. We've had a slow weekend. I had the kids last weekend, so we've been dealing with a little bit of strep throat around here too. So I'm hoping that we just have a chill weekend around North Mississippi here, and just maybe do some home improvement stuff inside because it is hot as blue blazes outside.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the plan. I need to mow at some point this weekend. My grass is getting a little long. I'm going to be baling some hay, but may try and get that done this afternoon after I get my haircut. But otherwise, that's my plan. I want to be studying inside. Maggie and I are on a roll with Stranger Things. We've gotten back into it. The first 2 episodes, just like Drew, it just doesn't miss. It's so good. It holds up so well, like you said. Like it's really entertaining.
It got scary too. Like it was like nostalgic, cute little kid scary, and it's like as the cast grew up, it kind of got scarier and scarier.
So they do. They kind of go back and forth. They go from like horror to sci-fi to horror to sci-fi, and then they finish back with horror. But like I said last night in the second episode, when Winona Ryder is in Will's bedroom and that the paint stretches out and comes out, the lights are flicking. I told Maggie, like, the scream I would have scrumped running out of that house with my wall bends like that. I'd have gotten in that car and never looked back. Y'all there in Hawkinsville, Indiana, y'all have caught me in Fresno, California.
Hawkins is a wild place. Yeah. They dropped the first trailer for the new season. Did you watch it?
So I waited purposely to watch it with Maggie. There's going to be so many good like tie-ups and characters that are back. But why are these grown people riding around on bikes? Because these are grown folks now. Like, they're not kids anymore because of how long it's taken.
Did you see how it ended?
No, I did see how it ended. That's what I was like, but it doesn't impact cars.
The infrastructure is destroyed.
Yeah, but this is like
you need a Huffy. You need a Huffy.
It's like in 1983.
You need a Huffy.
like the trailer looks like it's going to be amazing. Vecna is an elite level bad guy, and I cannot wait for it to come out. November 26th, the new season of Stranger Things drops. Y'all make sure y'all turn. Oh, it is. Cousin Kurt, friend of the podcast, keeping the Mississippi highways and byways safe. But that's going to do it for our Friday edition of the $2 Sports Show. We are here live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. Central, getting you through your lunch break, ready for the rest of the day, and today, ready for your weekend. Drew, I appreciate you being here, sir. Y'all go be a friend to somebody who needs a friend, and there are no refunds for what you heard today.
That's right, because with the $2, you always get what you pay for. Have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of the $2 Sports Show. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page, like this video, and leave a comment. We will see you back here in a few days.